Sagittarius, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Sagittarius, please. All right, so Hanged Man energy in reverse, Pisces energy. Okay. Your person, the Three of Wands. They're viewing you as the Two of Cups. Okay. What you're not seeing, the Sun in reverse, Leo energy. And the final outcome, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And this is also your advice. And we see the Six of Cups. All right. So I do feel, Sag, that you have really sweet feelings here. And it could be somebody here that you're crushing on. And to be honest, I feel like you've got somebody here who's waiting for you. And you're probably having a hard time reading this person because the Sun in reverse tells me they may kind of hide their emotions. So you might have a hard time getting a read on them. But they feel like you're soulmates. And with the Queen of Pentacles energy in reverse, I mean, it might feel a little bit draining because you don't know what they want, or you're waiting for them to come towards you. It feels like they're waiting for you to come towards them. But I feel like Spirit's saying with this Queen of Pentacles energy in reverse, just focus on you. You don't need to move forward. It may be this person that needs to come towards you, okay? But of course, you have to do what feels right and what feels in alignment with you. Now, the Hanged Man in reverse is Pisces energy, and we are doing this reading during this Mercury retrograde in Pisces. So I feel like there is going to be some sort of breakthrough or some sort of movement between now and by the time or around the time when Mercury goes direct in Pisces, which is March 20th. All right, so I do think with the Hanged Man energy, it's like you're ready for a breakthrough, you're ready for forward movement, but you may have a hard time reading whether or not this is the right time or how this person really feels. All right, and we see the Eight of Cups energy in reverse. Now, for some of you, you want reconciliation here. All right, now for others of my Sagittarius, I just feel like you spend a lot of time wondering about this person, imagining what it would be like to be together, to come together, have a life with this person, you know, make love to this person. But with the Eight of Cups in reverse, I also kind of feel like you're ready to make a move, like you want to see this person again. So a lot of you, it may be somebody you've just been on 1 or 2 dates with. It could be somebody that you're starting to notice out and about, at work, at school, within the community, somewhere you like to go, online, whatever it might be. All right, let's see how you're viewing this person. All right, we see the Star card, Aquarius energy. I feel like I've called you Aquarius in this reading. I don't know if I have, but I was like hearing Aquarius, 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 and then out pops the Star card. So this person could be an Aquarius. We do have the Aquarius-Leo axis here, so somebody could have a North Node in one of those signs. But to me, it's usually an indication of a soulmate connection. Sagittarius, you're viewing this person as the Star card. And again, there might be something in the Aquarius reading that I did that you might want to check out if you feel called to do so. And just remember, Saggies, also, if a reading isn't resonating with you, do check out your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And I also like to check out my North Node as well, especially when I'm dealing with soulmate type energy. But with the Star card here, it's like you definitely either want to heal things and reconcile with this person, but a lot of you just see this person as somebody who's somebody who's different, somebody who's piqued your interest, somebody who stands out above the rest, somebody who sees things differently, does things differently. I mean, again, they're very, very attractive to you here in the Star card. And again, you may feel a sense of peace when you're around this person or when you see this person. But you're viewing the relationship as the Ten of Swords. So either there's been a painful ending or you feel like this connection is not going to go anywhere, or it's not going to find its shape or find its form. Your person, Four of Pentacles. Sagittarius, your person is holding back, but I don't think they've let go of this or the possibility of this connection. All right, so let's go to the Oracle deck. Clear messages, advice, and guidance. Clear messages, advice, and guidance, please, for my Sagittarius. do not force solutions. And I feel that is a direct echo of what I was picking up on here with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Not everything can be fixed. Such times you have to let it die and let there be a new beginning, or let this person come towards you. All right. But like I said, Sag, not all of you is this a reconciliation. Some of you, this is just something that's having a hard time getting off the ground, or, you know, you haven't come together yet. All right. We see live outside the box. I feel like this person lives outside the box. Don't be afraid to live your life outside the norm. That's where the magic happens. Okay. And stand your ground. Hold your own power and never give it away. Not everyone is there to support you. Now, I don't think that this person is against you, but I do think you have to stand your ground here, Aquarius. Aquarius, I can't believe. See, I want to call you Aquarius. Sagittarius. Forgive me. I know some of you won't forgive me, but please, I beg your forgiveness. Sagittarius, stand your ground, hold your own power, and never give it away. Not everyone is there to support you. So what I'm getting, Sag, is like some of you just don't give your power away just yet. And, you know, the way that we give our power away is sometimes like we start worrying, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Am I good enough? You know, maybe I should try to rush in and fix this, or I should make things, you know, I should move forward or move towards this person. And I kind of feel like Spirit saying you don't have to do that. This person is holding back. They're hiding their feelings a little bit, but stand your ground, do things differently. Don't try to force solutions. Not just yet, at least while we're in this Mercury retrograde in Pisces, and liberate yourself. This is how you take your power back. You don't have to carry your burdens alone. Have the courage to ask for and accept help. So for a lot of you, it's like liberating yourself from overthinking, from being like low-key obsessed with what's going on, how they feel, what can I do to fix this, how can I make this happen, and sort of drop back into receiving mode. What is meant for me won't pass me by. You know, I deserve the best. You know, I don't have to force this solution. You know, what I want, what I need will come to me. Now, again, that doesn't mean that you don't have any agency, and it doesn't mean that you don't act, but don't overact or overreact or try to do the emotional labor here. If that feels off balance, or you're the one that's been doing that emotional labor, because I do feel like it's time for this person to quit holding back and come towards you. I also feel like maybe a little bit of space or silence here can and will do a little bit of good. So with the Three of Wands, again, this person, you might feel like they have their back to you, but I do think they hold a torch for you. Now, the Six of Cups energy in reverse tells me there might be something that they haven't quite healed yet from their past, whether that's from their childhood, a previous connection, or something that's happened between the two of you. All right. And we see the Two of Swords. Yep. So this person's holding back. This person's holding back and waiting. They may be trying to heal something, or something from their past might be holding them back. Again, it could just be insecurities. It could be a fear of rejection. And the Ten of Wands energy in reverse. But they do need to release something here, or they need to get something off their chest, because this is somebody that wants a new beginning with you, Sag. But it really does feel like something from their past is really holding them back. Two of Cups energy. All right. They're viewing you as a soulmate. Opposites attract. All right, Judgment card. Yeah, it's like they know they need to make a decision here to come towards you or to act. They see you as somebody who's very high vibrational. They see you as somebody who's action-oriented, decisive. Page of Cups. They see you as sweet. They have sweet feelings for you. I kind of feel like, Sag, you've probably already laid it out for this person. That's why I think you're kind of being told that even though you want to take more action, you're kind of being told like, okay, you've put it out there. You've given them the green flag. You've given them the signals. You've told them what you want or you need. You've been transparent. Now you need to watch and wait and see what they do. And I feel like that's a little bit, it feels like a little bit antithetical, or it feels like opposite as to what you want to do, because you want to make this happen. But I feel like you need to let them come to you. I think this person does want to make you an apology or a love offer here. They're definitely seeing you as soulmates. I think this person wants reconciliation or rekindling or to up-level this connection. And again, if it's somebody you're just checking out and flirting with a little bit, like, you know, this is them coming in to ask you out. Yeah. And this person, they don't want anybody else to have you, Sag. 5 of Wands in reverse. They want to be in a connection with you. They don't want anybody else to have you. They don't want competition here. But they're still feeling a little bit confused. And I'm going to tell you why. They're feeling confused because there's some baggage that they have from the past that's holding them back, that's making them feel insecure, or that they're projecting onto you or onto this connection right now. All right, so let's see what we need to know about them. What do my Sagittarius need to know about them at this point in time? What do my Sagittarius need to know about this person at this point in time? Teacher. Some of you, they could be a teacher. Maybe you are. But they have an ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom. And this probably is what makes them very attractive to you. And I saw that with the Star card as well. Like that Aquarian energy is somebody who's quite intelligent. They think outside the box. They use critical thinking, logic. I know that sounds kind of mundane and boring, but it can actually be hard to find these days. All right. So anyway, so they have this ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, and wisdom. All right. And we see thief energy, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. Now, I don't think this person's a thief. All right. I don't think that they're like, you know, I'm not getting like thief or cheater energy from them. What I'm getting is this person has an energy of lack that they bring to this connection, like not being good enough, or they might feel like you're better than them or you have more than them and they're going to be rejected. Again, this person has a lot to offer, but they hold back because of their past or something that they've learned that may not even be true, or because of past hurts and rejection. So I definitely see that still kind of dictating their behavior or making them slow down, or, you know, a little bit of a fear of being open and vulnerable here. But I almost feel with that 10 of Wands in reverse, Sag, that this is definitely coming to a boiling point. So let's see how they view you. All right, so we see prostitute archetype in reverse. Places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. Now, I don't necessarily get that. Some of you, there may be a fear here of promiscuity. But more so, and that would be because this person has most likely dealt with people that were promiscuous or have cheated. But I'm also getting with this archetype too, this person might be worried that they don't have enough to offer you in the way of material things. So you might make more money than them, you might have nicer things than they do, and I just think that they're a little bit worried that they're not going to be able to live up to that. They're not going to be able to offer you much. All right. And we see Don Juan. See, this person's worried you have other options, or that you're a cheater, or that you're promiscuous. Okay, this Don Juan energy showing up in reverse, and the prostitute archetype in reverse. Now, it doesn't mean that you've given them any reason to feel that way. I mean, it could just be their experience with dating, or the people they've attracted, or their long-term relationships. Because again, I do get this person having some baggage that they absolutely project onto this connection, or that holds them back. The Sun card in reverse tells me that you do make this person happy. They're not good at expressing their true emotions or being vulnerable. This is my fake it till you make it card. Some of you, this person might struggle with some imposter syndrome is what I'm seeing. They might feel like you'll eventually just choose somebody else. All right, we see Queen of Wands energy in reverse. Some of you, okay, let me just see what's going on here. Yeah, what I'm getting here, I'm not reading this necessarily as this person's energy, but I'm seeing they've either had a string of disappointments or people that cheated on them, or they've been disappointed by relationships that looked like they were going somewhere that were really ended up just being flings or fleeting romances, or dealing with people that were lying, cheating, conniving. Okay, and I feel like this person is going to open up to you about that, because I'm seeing them project that onto you, Sag, and I'm not really seeing that being fair. But I'm also seeing that there needs to be this conversation, provided you want this to work out, right? And it needs to be originated from them. You cannot read their mind. But they're seeing you as soulmate energy. They're seeing you as sweet. They're seeing you as next level, Judgment card. And it almost feels like they're kind of this person who's waiting for the other shoe to drop, or they have this mantra like everybody cheats, or for like, my readings aren't meant to be gender specific, but the message coming through, for example, is like all men are dogs, all right, or all women cheat, so I kind of feel like that because that's their experience, or that's been their experience. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. And we see the 5 of Swords. Yeah, this person's protecting themselves from that because I think they've been betrayed, or they've had a string of these disappointments. And so but I think they need to open up and talk to you about that. 5 of Swords. They do want to fight for this though, but this is why they kind of detach, Sag. Interesting energy. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Remember, you can't read anybody's mind. This person needs to come to you, tell you the truth. They need to put in the effort. There's unfinished business here, World, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius energy. Let your ego down, but not your standards. The 9 of Wands in reverse, and the Fool energy. Yeah, you're not meant to be the one that takes a risk or takes a leap of faith here. I think there's going to be communication. Some of my Saggies, I feel like you may be getting the truth. Don't make any impulsive or reactive decisions. They're coming in with a love offer, but I also think they're coming in with communication. But what they need to disclose to you, which is not going to be easy, and the 5 of Swords is, this is my past. This is what I've been experiencing. This is what I'm scared of is going to happen between the two of you. Or maybe there's something you did or said or something that made them feel like, Sag is going to cheat, or Sag is not all about me. Again, this could be somebody who just has those insecurities that needs more reassurance. Now, whether or not you're willing to, if that sounds exhausting for you, then you might want to cut things off, right? But for others of my Saggies, I feel like there's going to be, and we see that with that Hanged Man energy in reverse, you're going to actually be seeing this situation differently, because I do feel like you're going to be seeing more of their insecurities and vulnerabilities, which may reframe a lot for you. All right, so let's see. And again, it doesn't excuse any bad behavior. Just remember that. I mean, it's important to understand where somebody's come from, where they're coming from, and why they behave the way they do, but it doesn't excuse bad behavior. All right, so let's see. Happy days ahead. So this person does want and imagines this with you. We see hiding from you right now. They could be in hiding, okay? And we see changing, but things are changing for them, or they realize certain things need to change, or that this is a very different relationship than what they've dealt with in the past. Because again, there's a lot of projection here from their past here, Sag. All right. And again, that does not make it okay. It just gives us a little bit of a better idea of why they act the way they do. All right. And it may not be you've done something wrong or you gave them the wrong impression and you have to fix that. No, it doesn't feel that way. All right. So let's see what else we need to know about this person. All right, so question their past. Yep, there's something here about their past that's affecting this connection. Long distance lover. Some of you, they are at a distance from you. We do see the World card in reverse. Some of you, again, this person, if there's emotional or physical distance between the two of you, they still have strong feelings. And sometime this year, I mean, we're in March, so it would be like 9 more months, but I just kind of feel like the timing for when this person comes towards you and this vulnerable energy and really tells you what's up is going to be different for all of you. All right, let's see what this person wants to say to my Sagittarius. What does this person want to say to my Sagittarius, please? All right, I regret lying to you. So some of you, there was some, they weren't telling the truth about something. For others of you, again, it's that Sun card in reverse. So it's not an outright lie, but they haven't been completely emotionally raw and honest with you. I wish I could share my good news with you, and I wish things could be different. So a lot of hoping and a lot of wishing, not a whole lot of action just yet, but they do see life differently, and I would do it all again. So it's like they do want to kind of start over. They want this. They want this experience, this relationship with you. But I'm not surprised that I get, I wish, I regret, I see, I would. Because again, to me, this is all Mercury retrograde grammar, reflection, hoping, wishing, imagining, and I feel there will be some sort of action or clarity coming after Mercury goes direct, okay? Let's see what Spirit's final advice and guidance is for you. Final messages, advice, and guidance, please. Final messages, advice, and guidance for my Sagittarius. Choose presence. Be here instead of ahead. So stay present, stay grounded. You don't need proof. Trust doesn't require constant confirmation. And again, some of you may have been dealing with that because the way that they're seeing you as the Don Juan and the prostitute archetypes is like they weren't trusting your loyalty or what you were doing when they weren't with you or how many other people you were talking to or dating or what have you. So again, trust is a fundamental building block of a long-term stable connection. And, if they can't trust you, well, then, you most likely can't have a happy, stable relationship. So trust needs to be established. And that's without you having to reassure them every 5 seconds, right? And don't fill the silence. That's the message from the beginning to the end of this reading. Let others show you who they are. I know you probably want to fill the silence right now, Sag. And again, you have to do what feels right because sometimes, after some silence, we get clarity and we need to speak our truth. So it's not about, blocking your throat chakra. It's not about holding back forever. But I do think that, let this person show you who they are, what they're made of. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we see let consistency lead. So do pay attention to patterns. And you are still whole. This moment doesn't diminish your worth. Know that you are still whole, you're valuable, you're sexy, you're attractive, you're successful. This is not your only option available to you, okay? So just remember that. I mean, not to say that necessarily you have to go explore other options or anything like that, but just remember that, this is not the only possibility out there for you, okay? And that can reframe things for you as well about how bad you want this or if this is really in alignment with you. All right, my lovely Saggies, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.